Like you said, there is only one way to go towards Allah. How come so many different? How come there are so many different beliefs in Islam? Please explain. Thank you. Well, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ spoke about that, right? As we mentioned the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, "My ummah will divide into 73 sects, all of them in hellfire except one." And then they asked him, which group is that? Then the Prophet ﷺ said, "Whoever follows what I am upon and what my companions are upon." So if we want to follow that path, then let's look at what the companion used to do. How did the Sahaba worship Allah Azza wa Jal? How did the Sahaba give da'wah? How did the Sahaba used to deal with other people? Let's imitate and emulate and follow them. Now how come there are so many people that are on other paths? There are many reasons. Ibn al-Qayyim throughout his works, and inshallah we will be touching them, and we're mentioning them in Madarij al-Salikin. There are many reasons why people go astray. One, we mentioned today. Who remembers? Why would someone take a detour? We mentioned a reason today.
Shortcut. Nothing is shortcut.
Okay, one is that they think it's a shortcut. What else? Something else?
Distractions.
They're distractions. Are there distractions? What could be some of the distractions? Yeah. Good, excellent. That there are other people doing other things. Usually a person gets distracted. If there's a large crowd doing something, naturally you want to be with a larger crowd. But the person may not check to see, is that road going to Allah Azza wa Jal or not? So naturally the person wants to be with the larger crowd. The person goes in that direction, but the large crowd may not be have the right road. So there are distractions, right? Other people have gone astray for other reasons, right? So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned some of them in the Quran. In Surah Al-Mujadila, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, تِلْكَ الدَّارُ الْآخِرَةِ نَجْعَلُهَا لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُرِيدُونَ عُلُوًا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا فَسَادٍ. Allah Azza wa Jalla said that this is the home of the Akhirah. Who is it for? He said, we made it for those who do not want ulu and fasad on the earth, who do not seek ascendancy and corruption on the earth. Now Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah divided the people into four categories regarding this. He said the first type of person is somebody who wants corruption on the earth and he wants ascendancy. He wants to be popular and famous, and he does it through corruption. He'll cheat somebody, he'll rig the elections, and he'll whatever, and he wants ascendancy, to be popular, have status, and he also does corruption on the earth. He may do it by murdering people, by killing people. And Ibn Taymiyyah said this is the worst of people. The second type of person is a person who doesn't want status. He doesn't want to be known. He doesn't want to be popular. But he does corruption. This is the quiet guy who goes to one brother and says, you know this brother blah blah blah, and he goes to the other brother and he says, you know this brother blah blah blah, and he spreads namima. He wants people to fight, and he enjoys watching people fight, and he slanders, and he doesn't want to be popular and famous, but he just enjoys corruption. This is the second type of person. The third type of person, he doesn't want to be popular. He's not looking to be a superstar or be famous. And he doesn't want corruption on the earth. He wants people to follow the deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla. This is the true believer. Right? Notice Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the Dar al-Akhirah. Then He mentioned that He made it for نَجْعَلُهَا لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُرِيدُونَ. He made it for people who don't want these things. In other words, if you want these things, then Dar al-Akhirah is not for you. Right? That's the third type of person. He doesn't want ascendancy, he doesn't want to be popular, he's not looking for that. His matlub is Allah Azza wa Jal. And he doesn't want corruption on the earth. يَأْمُرُ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَى عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. He enjoins good and forbids evil. And the fourth type of person, and Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned this is the fitna for the people of the deen. He doesn't want corruption on the earth, he doesn't want shirk, he doesn't want kufr, he doesn't want bid'ah, he doesn't want corruption on the earth, but he wants to be famous. He wants ascendancy, he wants status, he wants position, and he wants it through the deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla. These are the four categories of that Allah Azza wa Jalla defined in this ayah.
The knowledge continues.